In the modern world of travel, efficiency, security, and ease of access are key factors that travelers and governments alike consider crucial. As the number of international travelers increases each year, many countries have adopted systems like the Electronic Travel Authorization, or eTA, to streamline the entry process. For countries like Argentina, where the demand for travel to Canada is high, the introduction of an eTA could prove to be a game changer. As of now, Argentina citizens need to apply for a traditional visa to visit Canada. While this process works well, it can often be cumbersome, expensive, and time-consuming. With the increasing global mobility of people, it's clear that there's a strong need for a simpler, more efficient method of entry for Argentina travelers. This is where the eTA system comes into play. In this journey, we will delve into why Argentina needs an eTA for its citizens to travel to Canada, the benefits it brings to both Argentina and Canada, and how this system can improve the overall travel experience for individuals traveling between the two countries. By the end of this journey, you'll have a well-rounded understanding of why the eTA is a vital tool in modernizing international travel between these two nations. What is the eTA? Before we explore the reasons why Argentina should implement the eTA system, it's important to understand what an eTA is. The Electronic Travel Authorization, or eTA, is a travel authorization system introduced by Canada for citizens of visa-exempt countries who wish to visit Canada by air. The eTA is an electronic entry permit that travelers can apply for online, providing a more streamlined and secure way for short-term travelers to visit Canada. It is typically required for tourists, business travelers, or students who plan to stay for less than 6 months. Although an eTA is not a full visa, it functions similarly by pre-authorizing entry to Canada for individuals who meet certain criteria. The process is fast and easy. Travelers can complete an online application form with their basic personal details, passport information, and travel plans. The application is typically processed within minutes, and if approved, the eTA is electronically linked to the traveler's passport. Why Argentina needs an eTA to travel? Subscribe for more adventures. Increasing travel demand. Argentina and Canada share a strong and growing relationship in terms of tourism, business, and education. Over the years, more and more Argentinian travelers are choosing Canada as a destination for vacations, business conferences, educational programs, and cultural exchanges. However, despite this growing trend, Argentina still requires its citizens to apply for a traditional visa to visit Canada. Obtaining a visa can often be a lengthy and complex process, requiring applicants to provide detailed documents, attend interviews, and wait several weeks for approval. While Argentina has a long-standing relationship with Canada, the visa process can act as a deterrent for many potential travelers. An eTA would offer a faster, easier, and more affordable alternative. Argentina travelers would benefit from the simplicity of completing an online application rather than dealing with the paperwork and costs associated with applying for a visa. Security is always a primary concern for countries welcoming international visitors. The eTA system enhances Canada's ability to screen and manage incoming travelers by requiring applicants to submit personal information and travel details ahead of their trip. This allows Canadian authorities to pre-screen travelers and evaluate whether they pose any potential security risk before they even board a plane. For Argentina, this system would help ensure that its travelers are able to travel to Canada with greater ease, while also ensuring they meet the security criteria established by the Canadian government. This would significantly improve the border management process, ensuring that travelers are efficiently processed upon arrival in Canada. By implementing the eTA for Argentina, Canada can better safeguard its borders while keeping the entry process streamlined for Argentina citizens. The adoption of the eTA system would further enhance the relationship between Argentina and Canada. Both countries already have well-established diplomatic relations, but by making it easier for Argentinians to visit Canada, the eTA system could increase opportunities for economic exchange. Argentina tourists, students, and business people would have an easier time traveling to Canada, contributing to greater cultural exchange and economic collaboration. Canada's tourism industry could also see a boost with more Argentinians visiting Canadian cities, enjoying its landmarks, and experiencing the culture. This increase in tourism can translate into increased spending on accommodation, dining, and tourism-related activities. It could also generate more opportunities for Argentina businesses to engage with Canadian markets. Additionally, more Argentina students would have the ability to easily visit Canadian universities or participate in exchange programs, fostering stronger international academic ties. The traditional visa application process can be expensive and time-consuming, often requiring applicants to pay fees, travel to consulates, and submit various documents. For many Argentina citizens, these expenses could be prohibitive, especially for those planning a short-term visit to Canada. In contrast, the ETA process is cost-effective and significantly more accessible. The application fee for an ETA is relatively low, and it can be completed online without needing to take time off work or travel to a consulate. With the introduction of the ETA for Argentina travelers, the Canadian government would not only benefit from streamlined border control, but also reduce the administrative costs associated with processing visa applications. This would make Canada an even more attractive destination for potential travelers from Argentina. One of the most appealing aspects of the ETA system is its efficiency. Whereas traditional visa processing can take weeks or even months, the ETA application process is typically completed within minutes, and approval is often granted within hours. For Argentina travelers, this represents a huge advantage, allowing them to plan and execute their trips to Canada with much more flexibility. The ETA's online application is also designed to be user-friendly. Travelers would no longer need to deal with complex paperwork or face the challenge of attending visa interviews, as the ETA process is much simpler and faster. This convenience would be highly appreciated by Argentina travelers, encouraging them to choose Canada as their destination of choice. Boosting tourism and economic benefits for Canada. Tourism is a crucial industry for Canada, and the ETA system has the potential to greatly enhance the number of international visitors coming to the country. Argentina is a rapidly growing market for tourism, and the ability to easily visit Canada would likely result in an increase in Argentina tourist arrivals. With its diverse landscapes, rich history, and unique culture, Canada is an appealing destination for Argentina travelers. Whether they're drawn to the outdoor adventures in the Canadian Rockies, the cultural experiences in Quebec, or the bustling cosmopolitan atmosphere of Toronto, Argentina has a lot to offer to Canadian tourism. The ETA system would make it easier for Argentinians to come to Canada, leading to higher tourism revenues and increased opportunities for local businesses to thrive. Benefits of the ETA system for Argentina. Faster processing times. As mentioned earlier, the ETA application process is quick and efficient. By allowing Argentina travelers to apply online, they can avoid long processing times and the stress of waiting for visa approval. The ETA system offers faster entry, which improves the overall travel experience for individuals looking to visit Canada for various reasons. Easier application process. The ETA system is far simpler than the traditional visa process. It requires minimal documentation, no in-person interviews, and the application form can be completed in just a few minutes. This would make travel to Canada more accessible for Argentina citizens, eliminating the barriers that the visa process can sometimes present. Cost savings. The application fee for an ETA is much lower compared to the cost of a traditional visa, which can be burdensome for many travelers. With the ETA, Argentinians would be able to save on costs, making Canada an even more affordable and appealing travel destination. Increased business and educational opportunities. Argentina has a growing interest in business and educational exchanges with Canada. The ETA would make it easier for professionals, students, and entrepreneurs to visit Canada for conferences, meetings, and academic pursuits. By facilitating more cross-border exchanges, the ETA system would strengthen economic and educational ties between the two countries. Conclusion. The introduction of the ETA system for Argentina travelers to Canada would provide a modern, efficient, and secure travel experience for both Argentinians and Canadians. With the growing demand for travel, the ETA system offers a simpler and more cost-effective way for Argentina citizens to visit Canada for tourism, business, or education. It would also improve border security, strengthen diplomatic and economic ties, and bolster the Canadian tourism industry. In a world where international travel is increasing and evolving, it's time for Argentina to adopt the ETA system, helping to make travel to Canada easier, more affordable, and more secure. Subscribe for more adventures. Happy travels!